We're looking at change of subjects to formula. So the first one, make P, R, and T in turn the subject of formula I equal to P R T over 100. So let's make P subject of formula first. So from the first problem, we're given I is equal to P times R times T over 100. And we want to make this P subject of the formula, so we're going to cross multiply first. So if we cross multiply, it's going to be 100 times I and 1 times this, which is the same thing as this. There's like an invisible one here, okay? So which will be 100 I equal to 1 times this is still the same thing as P R T. So since we need P, we are going to divide this place by RT. Divide both sides by RT. To cancel this, so we are left with only P. Therefore, this is the formula for P alone: 100 I over RT. So that's it. So this next one says we should make R this time the subject of the formula. So using the same pattern, initially we have I is equal to P R T over 100. We are going to cross multiply again, that is 100 I equal to, there is 1 here, 1 times P R T is same thing as P R T. So this time we want to make R the subject of formula, so we need to remove P and T. We have to remove this P and T, so we are going to divide both sides by P T. So this P T will cancel out this part to remain only R. So our formula for this R will then be 100 I over P T. So lastly again, we want to make T the subject of the formula, so that is I is equal to P R T over 100. Cross multiply again, we're going to have 100 I equal to P R T. Since we still want to make subject of formula, then we need to remove P and R. So let's divide both sides by P R. So these two will cancel out. Then we're left with T equal to 100 I over P R. So that's it. Let's see another problem now. Make X the subject of the formula for A, B, C, D. So everything that we need to make X the subject of the formula. Now for the A part, we have Y is equal to X minus 9. And we need this X to be the formula instead of this Y that is here. So to make this X, we are going to move this minus 9 away from here. Take it to this other side, then to be Y plus 9. Remember, the sign will change since it moved from negative here it change to positive, equal to X. So we have already made the X subject of the formula, that is X now is equal to Y plus 9. You can say very simple. For the B part, N is equal to 7x. I want to make this X subject of the formula, so we are going to divide both sides by 7. So 7 cancel here is out, so we're left with only X. That is X now is equal to N over 7. Finish. Next one, C. We are given that X over A equal to 8. I want to find only this X. Cross multiply, so it will be A times 8a equal to X times 1. Now there's like an invisible one here. X times 1 is still X. So we've made the X subject of the formula, so our X is 8a. So you can write it like this: X is equal to 8 times A, 8a. So for the D now, H over X equal to K. So we want to find this X here. Cross multiply. If we cross multiply, it's going to be X times K. So X times K equal to h times 1. Now there's like an invisible one which is still h. So since we need only this x, divide both sides by k to remove out this k. So this k will cancel k, then we're left with x is equal to h over k. So finally our x will be h over k. So lastly we have y equal to 2x plus 1, and we want to make x subject to the formula. So we're going to move this number to this other side, that is y minus 1 equal to 2x. But now this 2 is still with this x, we need to remove this 2, so we need to divide both sides by 2 to remove this 2 out. So that means we are going to put the 2 here again. So 2 now we cancel 2, we are left with x, so we've solved it, that is x is equal to y minus 1 over 2. So therefore our x is equal to y minus 1 over 2. Okay, now let's solve this one. Now given that 3x minus 2y is equal to 8, express x in terms of y. That means let's make x subject to the formula first. So to make x subject to x, yes, subject to the formula, I'm going to move this one away from this x. So since it's positive, I'm going to move it to this place to change to negative, that is 3x is equal to 8. Move this one to the other side, change to plus 2y. Okay, but now we still have 3 with this x, we need to remove this 3. So we're going to divide these sides by 3. So 3 cancel 3 here. So now we're left with x is equal to 8 plus 2y over 3. So we've done the first part. Second part said find x when y is 11. Now I want to find x value if we are given y as 11. That is 8 plus 2y. Instead of putting y this time, we're going to put 11 over 3. So that is 8 plus 2 times 11 is 22 over 3. 22 plus 8 will give us 30. So 30 divided by 3 will give us 10. So our final answer for our x is 10. Now for the B part, obtain a formula for y. Let's make y subject to the formula from this place now. So again, let me just write the question. We are given x minus 2y equal to 8. So this time around, I want to make this y is subject to the formula. Then that means we need to move this one out of this region, move it to this other side. So it will remain minus 2y equal to 8. This is plus 3x. So if we move to this place, we change to minus 3x. Okay, now we have minus 2 with this y. We need to remove this minus 2. So we'll divide both sides by minus 2. So minus 2 cancel minus 2. So that means we're going to have y will be equal to, you can see there is minus here, something like this now, 8 minus 3x over 2. So this negative will affect everywhere. So it's going to be minus times 8 will give us minus 8. Minus times minus will give us plus. I'm going to write our 3x over 2. So that is y finally. You can rearrange it as 3x minus 8 over 2. So we've made y subject to the formula. What we just did here, we just rearrange this. We just choose to write this one first and this one at the back. But both of them are still saying the same thing. So we'll make y subject to the formula here. Now the question is, let us find this y if x is given as 2. So y would then will be 3x, 3 times 2 minus 8 over 2. So that is 3 times 2, 6 minus 8 over 2. That is minus 2 over 2. Divided will give us minus 1. So our final answer for y is minus 1. You can see, very simple. Now for this one, we want to make this r the subject of the formula. We are given v is equal to 1 over 3 pi r square h. So we can write this well, like v is equal to 1 times all this is still the same thing as all this, that is pi r square h divided by 3. So let's cross multiply. It's going to be v times 3, which is 3v, equal to, there's like an over 1 here, so 1 times this is still the same thing as this, so pi r square h. So remember, we want to make this r the subject of the formula, so we need to remove all these ones that are multiplying with r, that are around this r. So what I'll go to, we're going to divide both sides by h. So pi can cancel pi, h can cancel h out, and we're going to repeat it here again, pi h. So this one will cancel out, so we'll be left with r square equal to 3v over pi h. Now we need to remove this square from this r. So remember what I told you, to remove square, to take it to this other side, it will change to square roots here. So then therefore our final r will be the square root of 3v over pi h. So we have made the r the subject of the formula now. So looking at this one, we want to make v, this v, the subject of the formula. Here we have 1 over f equal to 1 over u plus 1 over v. So let's find the LCM. To do the LCM of everything, okay, to do the LCM of everything, we are going to take everything, multiplication of everything, that is f u v will be under. So f u v divided by f, if we divide it to, we are going to be left with u and v, that is f u v divided by f, we are left with uv. So uv times 1 is still uv, equal to u divided by fuv, we are going to be left with fv. So that is fuv divided by u. To cut out only u, we are going to be left with f and u, f and v. So f and v times 1 is still fv. So plus, now we want to divide v in this place, so only v will be removed, that is to remain fu. So fu times 1 is still fu. So we are going to take only the numerator, forget this part. So we'll be writing this part here, uv is equal to fv plus fu. So remember, I want to make v the subject of, and now we have v here, we have v here, and so we have to join both of them together. Let's move this one to this other side. It's going to be uv minus fv. Remember, this is positive, so we move to this other side, change to negative. That's why there's minus here. So I'm going to be left with equal to fu. So to take only u here, just like factorization, u is common here, u is here, u is here. Take one, v is here, v is here. Take the v out. So here we are going to be left with only u, and here we are going to be left with only f, which is equal to fu. So now this whole bracket is multiplying with this v. We need to remove this bracket away, so we need to divide both sides. Divide both sides by u minus f. So this will cancel this out, so I will left with only v equals to this as our final answer. So finally v is equal to fu over u minus f as our final answer. So we made v the subject of the formula now. So let's say this other one now. Given s is equal to 1 over 2 n bracket a plus l. Now I want to express L in terms of this. So we want to make this L the subject of the formula. So we can write this part like this. S is equal to, this is 1 times everything here is still the same as everything there. That is n bracket a plus L over 2. Okay. So that is S now is equal to, n should multiply each of them. So n times a an or na, still the same thing, plus n times l, nl or ln, any how you want to do it, any how you want to arrange these two, it's still the same thing as same. So divided by 2. So remember, is this L we need, we are targeting. So we are going to cross multiply here. It will be s times 2, 2s equal to, there's like over 1 here. So 1 times all this is still same thing as all this. So an plus nl. Okay. So since we need only this L, this one we don't need them, so move this one to the other side. It's going to be 2s minus an equal to nl. Okay, now we need only this L, and this one is multiplying with this L, this n, so we need to divide both sides by n. So this n is out like this, we are left with only the L. So therefore our L will be 2s minus an divided by n as our final answer. The time of oscillation t of a simple pendulum is given by the formula this. So we are given t is equal to 2 pi square root of L over G, where L is the length of the pendulum, G is the constant of gravitation. Make L the subject of the formula. Now we want to make this L the subject of the formula. So what steps are we going to do now? First of all, let's focus on this. We're going to divide both sides by 2 pi to remove 2 pi from here. So it's kind of like, assuming we have something like 3 equal to 2x. You know that normally we are going to say, okay, divide both sides by 2. So our x here will be x is equal to 3 over 2. Or if you are smart enough, once you see something that looks like 3 equals to 2x, you already know that x then will be, the 2 will go down, that is 3 over 2. So that's what we are going to do here. This 2 now will go down, or we can say divide both sides, so any English you want to use. So this 2 will go down, so it will be t over 2 pi equal to L over G. Okay, so now we need to remove this square root out of this place. So to move the square root to this place, it's going to turn to square. Just like then when I was explaining that if we have x square is equal to 16, to move this square to this side, it will turn to square root of 16. So now this time I want to move this square backward to this place, that means it will turn to x square and 16. So now we have a square root here. To move the square root back to this side, it will turn to square, that is t over 2 pi square equal to L over G. You can see we are getting there now. So we are targeting this L again. So what's next? We can just cross multiply. So if we cross multiply, we know that, okay, this one will be G times everything here, while this one will be L times over 1. Okay, let me just write this here so it won't confuse you. This part, you can write this part as T divided by 2 pi square equal to L over G. You can see now. So if we cross multiply, you know that G is multiplying everything that is here, while our L is down here. So like kind of like the invisible over 1 that is here. So it's going to be G times this, L times 1. So L times 1 is still L equal to G times this will be G T over 2 pi square. So this is our final answer. We've gotten our L alone as the subject of the formula. So that's it for change of subject of the formula. I hope you understand.